Hey there guys, it's Dr. Master, and yes, this is Game Dev Tycoon, and I'm going to be bringing this to you. I saw this all over the place, decided to get it. It's a rather fun game. I have been playing it for quite a while, and for quite a while I mean for the past couple of days, but that's not important. The important thing is I wanted to bring it to you guys. I wanted to show you my failings, essentially. For those of you who do not know Game Dev Tycoon, you are creating your own game development company, and then you are creating your own games, and you go through the history of games, consoles basically, from Commodore 64 all the way up to now, and what may be coming ahead. So let's go ahead and get into it. So in the next 30 years, you can build your dream company, create best-selling games, gain fans, become the leader of the market. Before you can start your venture, you have to give your upcoming company a name. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and name it. We're going to do something a little fitting for my style. For those of you curious, that would be That would mean something Ghostbusters. So I was going to go Ghostbusters Inc. Believe it or not, that's what I originally attempted to record this as, but the recording, yeah, there's an issue with that. Anyways, company name, Containment Gaming. Like the containment unit. That's going to be an easy one. Ecto Master. Now, just so you can see, you can do a little bit of change up. You can change the way it looks a bit. Not a whole lot. And for those curious, yes, you can do this. And although it would be much fun to watch me as that, I'm not going to. Continue. And we're going to take that one right there. Yes. Alright. So first things first, we need to develop a game. Game number one. Now, concept. What should I do? Well, I'm not going to name it until I know what I have. Okay, so when you're first looking at it, you have a topic, a genre, and a platform. A topic, I only have 4. Sports, military, space, medieval. We're going to go medieval. Then you have a genre, which is action, adventure, RPG, and simulation. Now, for medieval, I'm not going to do an RPG. I want to do, well, you know what? Let's do an RPG. I picked a platform. Now, your platform is only 2 to start with, the G64 and the PC. G64, if you didn't know, that's going to be your Commodore. We're going to go PC. And we'll call this Dist. Ghost and... No, wait. Darkest Nights. And you know what? I'm just going to do it as text-based. But as you can see, when you start out, you have text-based and 2D graphics version 1. We're going to go text-based. It's going to be on a computer, so we want to start off simple. Now for an RPG, do we really need... Well, we don't really need to focus on the engine too much. Not really in this instance at all. Gameplay, yeah, sure, a little bit on that. Story and quest, definitely. There we go. Now you're probably wondering what all the little bubbles are. You have 4. Bugs, design, technology, and research. Now bugs you're going to find throughout. You just have to wait till the end to kind of polish them out. Design points and technology points determine how well you do on the game. And sometimes the higher they are, the better the game can be. It also affects your experience, and research helps you develop new things. Alright, so next up, dialogues, level design, and artificial intelligence. Well, for an RPG, dialogue is important, level design is important, the AI not so much. I'm going to give it a little bit of a sliver. Alright, and then last but not least, world is, development stage 3, which is world design. Big time. Graphic, we'll leave that is, and sound will drop it down. Although graphic, I may drop it a little bit more. Only because, well, it's text-based. We don't need to worry about the graphics. Polish out them bugs. That's it. Alright, we'll release it. New topic, new combo. Great combo. And so you can see the experience that I gained. Start out not enough to really level anything up. I think it takes about 2-3 games for it to level up. While we're waiting, let's do some research. Now, research, you can only do one of two things at the time. Well, at this time, it's a new topic and custom engine, so we're going to do a new topic. I'm going to go sci-fi. And the game reviews for Darkest Nights came in. I like it. It's Star Games. They gave us a 6. Not a bad. Has its moments. Informed Gamer gave us a 5. Beautiful, says Game Hero, giving us a 7. Medieval and RPG is a great combination. Gave us a 7 from all games. Now, news does pop up from time to time. In this instance, Containment Gaming, a newcomer in the game industry, has just released their first game, Darkest Nights. The game received favorable reviews. With such a good start, Containment Gaming are sure to gain fans quickly. I hope so. Alright, we sold over 3,000 in the first week. Not bad. Was so successful, we now have 18 fans! Although it's dropping off slowly. Alright, you have successfully researched the new topic, sci-fi. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to develop a new game. It's going to be a sci-fi game. Sci-fi, I'm going to make it as a... Which one would I like? Let's do an action. Yeah, let's do a sci-fi action game, and we'll put it on the G64. And I'm going to call this... I know. Spectral Parasites. Next. And it's actually going to be a 2D graphics version 1. Alright, now, for action games, you definitely need to worry about the gameplay. You do not need to worry about the story and the quest. And you need to worry about the engine. And then, on this, you don't need to worry about the AI, the dialogues, but the gameplay and the AI for sure. Actually, we're going to drop that down a little bit more. Worry about the level design. Hey, I sold 10k units. Wonderful. Way to go, Darkest Nights. And then last but not least, you don't need to worry about the world so much as you need to worry about the graphics and the sound. So we'll probably get a new record in technology here, maybe not so much in design. Finish. Our goal is to get to that research, enough research to be able to get build our own custom engine. Custom engines are costly, but great. Darkest Nights is now off the market. It sold 11,000 copies and generated $82,000 in sales, which keeps me in the green, or the black. Spectral Parasites. Beautiful, says Star Games, giving us a 7. Enjoyable, says Informed Gamer, giving us a 7 as well. Very good, says Game Hero, gave us an 8. And nice experience, all games, giving us another 7. Now every time you research a topic, you get 4 to choose from, and when you research one, you get another one. This time we got life. Not so sure I'm a big fan of that. I'm not gonna make that yet. I want to get 16 more points to make a custom game engine. So we're going to develop a new game in the meantime. We're going to do a space game, even though we just did sci-fi. Sci-fi and space are actually not the same thing. Think of sci-fi kind of like, kind of like Ghostbusters. And think of space kind of like StarCraft. And you know what? Speaking of StarCraft, that's what we're going to make. But we're going to call it Ghostcraft. Helpful if I get to see, wouldn't it? Ghostcraft. It's going to be a 2D graphics strategy game. Now for strategy games, you want to focus on the engine. A little bit on the gameplay. You don't really need to worry about the story or quest. And then when you get to stage 2, you don't need to worry about the dialogues. Level design, not so much. AI, big time. Contract work. Now this pops up every time you do the second one, so we can now do contracts. So this is just notifying us that, hey, Commodore 64 is doing really well. It's doing a lot better than we thought. And then last but definitely not least, for a strategy game, it's 100 across the board. You want to focus on all of it. And we are definitely going to be working on our own custom there we go. One more for design. We'll be getting our custom engine right after this. Alright, so engine, gameplay, level design, AI, world design, graphic, sound, all leveled up. And so did I. But let's worry about custom game engine. Ghostcraft have come in. Ooh. Is it going to be middling? It's going to be middling. Shows potential, says Star Games. Screw you, Star Games. I like it, says Informed Gamer. Enjoyable, says Game Hero. Very good, says All Games. Now, one thing you can do, you can look at your game history and you can see exactly what the average score or average review was. And for that, it was 6.75. 7.25 for Spectral Parasites, and 6.25 for Darkest Nights. You can also see how much it cost, and whether or not we made, the income for it and the profits, and how many it was sold. How many fans we gained from it, and the top sales rank. So, this had a better top sales at 29, but Spectral Parasites made more. And we don't know what Ghostcraft is going to do yet. We're about to find out. Strong start. So industry news, an Invento is coming into the market. Also known as Nintendo. Awesome, I can now do a custom game engine. And we're going to do that. So we're going to call this the Particle Excel. That's what I've been naming my things, and it kind of fits because Ghostbusters use particle accelerators. Particle Excel. Version 1.0. It's going to have 2D graphics, mono sound, linear story, and a save game option. Ghostcraft is doing okay. After I make this, I'm probably going to try and research a new topic, if it doesn't cost me money, and then do a new game from the new topic, depending on what kind of topic I can do. Alright, Particle Excel version 1.0 is now finished. Research, new topic. Ooh, let's do fantasy. We'll research fantasy. Early next year, so we have a year, one more year, and then that's it. And then we need to start making games for the Invento. It did alright. Game history. Had a profit of $64,000. Alright. Let's develop a new game. We're going to make a fantasy game. Fantasy adventure game on the G64 using Particle Excel version 1.0. And we'll call it Ghost and Orcs. Oops. Ghost and Orcs. We're going to go ahead and use version 2 of the graphics. Alright, we'll make a linear story and a save game option. I mean, it is an adventure game. Now for adventure, you don't need to worry about the engine. But you do need to worry about the story and quest, and a bit of the gameplay. Alright, and then when it comes to dialogue, yes, you need some of that. Level design for sure, but none of the AI. And then you definitely need world design, graphic, not so much. We're going to bring in mono sound. And, you know, yeah, we'll give a bit more to the sound. Just a little bit. Polish out the 2 bugs that we had. Anything else we need to add to it? Nope. Okay. Go ahead and go. It's a new record on design, not so much on tech. Stories and dialogues have leveled up. It's about time. Everybody else is already at level 2. Slowpokes. I can now make a joystick, but I don't see the point of making a joystick even this early in the game. I don't think it's really worth it. So I'm going to take a look at the contracts here. Got library software, logo animation, and debug program. Now, as you can see, there's certain things that you have to do. You have to get 3 points of design and 18 of technology. You got to bring those down to 0, and you got to do it in 5 weeks. If you can do it, you get $19,000. If you don't, you have to pay $4,000. Logo animation is 14 and 6 in 4 weeks, and it's the same payout but a bigger risk. And then debug the program, you have 4 weeks. It's way low on the design, high on the tech. Bigger payout but bigger penalty. I'm going to try and see if we can't do the library software. I think we can do that in 5 weeks. I think I can do that in 5 weeks. Ghosts and Orcs has been reviewed. Ooh. 9 more, please, says Star Games. Enjoyable, says Informed Gamer. Well, Informed Gamer, you're stupid. Very good, says Game Hero. Can't wait for the sequel, says All Games. This could be a breakout game. $8.9K in the first week. And I can now do the gamepad. And I got that $19,000. Look at this sucker sell, man. The surprise hit, alright. I'll say it's a surprise. I didn't expect it to sell this well. Well, let's research the gamepad. That's good to have, and then we'll build a new custom engine so that we can include the gamepad. Over 33,000 units, man. That's great. And then create custom engine. We'll add the gamepad. And this is Particle Excel version 1.2. Oh, well, 1.1. Particle Excel version 1.1. That's the one thing that bugs me. It's like, oh, I'm going to stop and scratch the back of my head. Alright. Eventually you do come up with a hit game so you can get out of the Back to the Future garage here. I think it isn't until about level 3 that you start getting really new tech. So it does take a little bit of time. But now that the Nintendo console is out, we're going to make a Nintendo game.